One of the biggest misconceptions about the stock market was, is, and most likely always will be the idea that stock market can be manipulated. Over the course of history, people, pools, governments tried to do that, and they all failed miserably. Stock market is bigger than anybody and everybody. Stock market is not always right, but eventually it will do what it's supposed to do. Maybe just not when it was supposed to do that. As we can see, we're looking at NDX, Nasdaq 100 index. We see that after bottom in the beginning of March, it put up momentum, move up, TD sequential, sell 9. Our momentum was strong. It moved up through trending phase, TD sequential come down 13, and then immediately started yet another TD sell setup, and after that it did what it was most likely to do. It sold off hard during 2 days. That's basically what happened probably in 70-75% of the cases on TD sell setup 9-13-9. Now this is a chart of Qs, Q, same Nasdaq 100 but ETF to demonstrate volume. Channel worked pretty nicely all the way up. Now the price action is still within the channel, but if you pay attention to the volume of last 3 days, it's pretty much indicative to the top. As we all know, Nasdaq 100 and technology and biotechnology are not of concern to US government, and I think it behaves the way it does in compliance with technical analysis because it was not as much manipulated as other areas of the market. High volume here, pretty indicative of the top. I would expect it to move to at least 33.07, then it will depend on when and if it's going to be penetrated, because if it's going to be penetrated within the next few days, there's going to be more downside, or it's quite possible price is going to bounce and continue move up. Then probably it's going to add extra argument for bullish case. Nasdaq 100 futures and Q. Pretty much the same picture, I just don't have channel here, but 9, 13, 9, sell off on high volume, somewhere down to 1350 area, and then it will be decided what's going to happen after that. So basically I would say Nasdaq behaves pretty much in compliance with technical analysis. Now we're looking at US dollar index futures, DX. As we can see, buy countdown was completed. Buy setup will be completed Tuesday, Wednesday most likely. And I've noticed that thinkorswim charts quite baggy in TD sequential. So just to demonstrate another point, I would like you to take a look at DUP dollar index. You can see that at very top we did have TD sequential sell, countdown completed, then buy, and right now what's happening, TD sequential sell, countdown completed as well. So I would expect dollar to move up and stock market action will be opposite to move of the dollar. Now we're looking at 6E EuroFX futures. As we can see, buy countdown completed here, moved up, sell countdown within risk zone here, it sold off, completed sell countdown right here. Sell setup might be completed again Tuesday, Wednesday. Gold YG. I'm long gold right now. I would expect it to go somewhere to 947 area. It's on a day 4 after this sell setup. More upside is expected. This is basically Monday. It's overnight Sunday session. All the charts we looked at before, they pretty much in compliance with technical analysis, at least with the mark I've been using for a while, and find it reliable in 70 to 75% cases if you know how to use it. And now we're going to look at kind of disconnect which was happening with S&P 500 futures, a lot of financials, a lot of energy, a lot of conglomerates, a lot of government intervention. Pretty much the same picture. Bottom on March 6, momentum, sell come down, trending phase, and sell setup completed here. And guess what? It didn't sold off. It continued to move up even after engulfing bearish, which is bearish reversal in about 69% of the cases. It moved up, but it's funny enough, but it's still under stop for sell setup. This zone is at about 936.61 unless it's going to be penetrated on daily close and price will not get back on the next day. The bearish case is still holding the water. SPY, S&P 500 ETF, pretty much the same picture. Obedient to Fibonacci fans, same channel, same sell signal, and same no sell-off. And finally, S&P 500 futures. And futures is an animal which can be manipulated very easily. As long as you have few $1 billion to spare, you can do whatever you want. Or you can dump it, you can pump it, you can gap it, and market will most likely react, because for some reason futures are believed to be indicator of following day. You can see the same scenario here. Sell setup, sell come down, buy setup, buy come down, momentum, following trending, 13, and here you see total disconnect. There was a recycle of sell setup and it was moved to next week, probably again Wednesday, due to constant good news of stress test dropping to the market during 2 days. No one could figure out why they just did not release all news after the close, and the answer would be pretty simple. Why would they do that at once? It would be absorbed by the market very fast and no substantial positive result would be achieved. So I think that was intended manipulation. The worst case scenario, we're probably going to move up till the next end of next week, and most likely then market will do what market's supposed to do. It will take its own course of action and move in a direction it was going to move, which I believe would be down in this level.